I'm John Hendricks. It's Wednesday, May 6th. Today, leaving the nest later.
It's definitely the trend that we're seeing, that the average first-time homebuyer's age is climbing.
Why breaking into the housing market is becoming increasingly challenging for young people, according to a new study. Also today, cannabis store assault. The charges a man is facing after a worker at a cannabis store was sexually assaulted. Plus, preserving culture through gaming.
So as each challenge progresses, they learn more and more vocabulary.
How a popular video game is being used to help teach an Indigenous language. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. Marilee is away. Breaking into the housing market is becoming increasingly challenging for young people. That's the takeaway from a new report by Statistics Canada. Now, according to the report, a little more than 16% of millennials aged 25 to 39 were living with their parents in the 2021 census year. That's about twice as many people in that age range from back in 1991. The agency found almost half of millennials owned a home, as compared to over 56% of Gen Xers and just shy of 56% of baby boomers when they were in the same age bracket. Now, one of the main reasons is housing affordability. The study shows the average value of a home rose from $154,000 in Winnipeg in 1991 to $348,000 30 years later. But affordability isn't the only reason for the disparity. The authors say younger generations are engaging in life stretching or taking more time in different stages of modern life, such as completing their post-secondary education, settling on a career, and having children. And realtors are seeing the culmination of these factors right here at home in Manitoba.
It's definitely the trend that we're seeing, that the average first-time homebuyer's age is climbing. Just like you said, they are living at home a little bit more, saving up more for their down payment, and even having a partner there sometimes helps out too, to have a dual income. It's a lot tougher to do on a single income nowadays.
There's plenty more to this story. Coming up at 6 o'clock, CTV's Joseph Bernacki breaks down the situation in Winnipeg and plays how much financing goes into it. A 33-year-old man is facing several charges after a worker at a cannabis store in Winnipeg was sexually assaulted. It happened at Smoke City Cannabis at the corner of Isabel Street and William Avenue yesterday evening. That's about 5 blocks east of Health Sciences Center. Police say the suspect waited for a customer to leave before locking the door from the inside and going behind the counter where the 24-year-old victim was sexually assaulted. She managed to push him away and run from the store while the suspect fled with some cannabis products before police arrived. A suspect was arrested around 1 o'clock this morning. He's charged with sexual assault, forcible confinement, and theft under $5,000. The NDP government is expected to table its budget bill tomorrow. The Manitoba Progressive Conservatives say they'll bring it to a vote this spring if the NDP agree to one of their changes.
We are saying we will bring this to a vote this spring. But we want, and Manitobans want, real affordability measures in this BITSA.
The Tories say they'll help speed the bill through if it includes an income tax cut. They're seeking an increase in the basic personal amount from just under $16,000 to $21,000 this year. They say that would save the average two-income household $1,000, around 10 times more than the NDP government's food tax cut.
By holding it back, we are essentially saying to the government that your budget is not good enough for what the measures and the affordability needs of Manitobans are right now.
The Tories acknowledge the NDP majority government can pass the bill without opposition support, but they say without it, the bill won't go to a vote until the fall.
Our focus is going to be to reduce costs for Manitobans, and we're going to stick here all summer if we need to, and longer, to pass that BITSA bill.
The Tories say the NDP could implement the removal of PST on all grocery and corner store foods without passing BITSA. Sala disagrees, saying government counsel has told them that is not the case. A popular video game is being used to help teach and preserve Indigenous language and culture.
Carry this continue.
It's called Turtle Island Trails, and it's being launched by Manitoba First Nations Education Resource Center. It's a first-of-its-kind learning experience, and it's built inside a fortnight. The game starts inside of a village, where an elder tells the main character that they need to defeat the presence of a Wendigo, which is a folklore spirit. Players learn more vocabulary and teachings as the game progresses, and English slowly gets replaced.
So as each challenge progresses, they learn more and more vocabulary, and then it starts to be pulled away. Like there's less English in the end and there's more Anishinaabe, and they learn it through context, through doing. They hear it through audio, they read it, they can also use a dictionary to reflect on if they forget the word, and then they have to act on that language by doing the challenge, and that's where the educational value is.
The game is designed for students from grades 5 to 12. Now, once it's published, it will be available free to anyone to play. The organization hopes to have the game available in all First Nation schools in the province by September. CTV weather specialist Colleen Brady joins us now with your first look at your Skywatch evening forecast. And Colleen, things are starting to get at least a little bit better weather-wise.
Yeah, it snowed again this morning, folks, as I'm sure you know if you looked out your window if you were outside. But yeah, you're right, John. The reason being an incoming ridge of high pressure coming in from the west is clearing out the sky and basically turning off the tap on that snow. So as we go through the night ahead, we'll see more and more of that curtain being peeled back as more and more of Manitoba clears out and warms up, which will happen starting tomorrow. I will show you that gladly coming up, but for now, let's take a look through the CTV Live Eyes brought to you by Bathfitter, exclusive home of the PermaFit solution in Winnipeg right now. It is mostly sunny, 7 degrees, still quite windy, winds out of the north-northwest at 22 kilometers an hour with gusts up to 34. The pressure is dropping and the humidity right now is 33%. Out in traffic on this Wednesday afternoon, a live look over at Kenniston at Sterling Lion Parkway. Traffic is busy but moving well during the peak of the rush.
The U.S. is feeling the effects of Canadians refusing to buy American liquor. BNN Bloomberg's Mirella Fernandez has more.
The U.S. Distilled Spirits Council says exports fell almost 4% last year, and that's led to job losses in the industry. About 1,000 jobs were lost at American distilleries between September of 2024 and September of 2025. The council says spirit sales to Canada were down 63% in 2025. Some provinces pulled American products off shelves in response to Washington's tariffs. And now the EU is threatening to tariff liquor products from the U.S. this summer. Here are the closing numbers for the day. The Canadian dollar is down to 73.34. West Texas Intermediate down over $7 to 95.08. Western Canadian Select down over $3 to 80.87. And the TSX spiked 414 points today. Those are your business headlines. I'm Mirella Fernandez.
A cyclist is recovering after being struck by a vehicle in the Transcona area early this morning. Police say the crash at Dugald Road and Ravenhurst Street happened around 5:30. Traffic on Dugald was down to only one lane, and several police cruisers were on scene while a pickup truck could be seen parked on the shoulder of the road. The man on the bicycle was taken to hospital in critical condition, but has since been upgraded to stable. The driver remained at the scene and spoke with officers. The crash is under investigation. 3 people were taken to hospital following a multi-vehicle crash near Winnipeg's Jefferson neighborhood this morning. It happened at the corner of Inkster Boulevard and Arlington Street. A tanker truck could be seen in the front yard of a home surrounded by police tape, along with a severely damaged white service van. A black van was also in the middle of the street with significant damage. Police say the 3 people were taken to hospital and have been upgraded to stable condition. The traffic unit is now investigating. American media mogul and the founder of CNN, Ted Turner, has died. Turner Enterprises announced the news today, saying Turner died peacefully surrounded by family. The Atlanta businessman and philanthropist built a media empire that included cable channels and sports teams like the Atlanta Braves. He was also an avid environmentalist. Turner had been battling Lewy body dementia in recent years. He was 87. Honda will reportedly suspend plans to build an electric vehicle plant in Canada. A financial newspaper in Asia says slow U.S. demand pushed the Japanese automaker to put the plant on hold indefinitely. Honda had expected to invest a total of $15 billion into the plant, which was slated to begin operating as early as 2028. In a statement to CTV News, Honda Canada said the company has, quote, nothing to report at this time. A new mode of travel is being tested in New York City. Electric air taxis are being tested by Joby Aviation. The goal is to fly passengers from JFK Airport into Manhattan in about 10 minutes. The flights are quiet and emission-free. There are no passengers yet, as pilots are still testing them out. Commercial service could launch as early as next year. Artificial intelligence is changing how Canada predicts the weather, but it's not replacing traditional forecasts. Environment Canada is rolling out a hybrid approach where AI can improve multi-day forecasts and warnings while still relying on human expertise to interpret the data. The goal is to give people more time to prepare for extreme weather.
Did you this? This is how you open an oyster. I ate these in France when I was a kid. I said they taste like the future.
We've got your first look at a new biopic about an iconic chef. All the savory details coming up after the break. Brady has your spotlight today, and an all-new Sesame Street live show is coming to Winnipeg.
This is very exciting. It stars a beloved character. It's called Elmo's Got the Moves. It's an interactive show which blends music, movement, and storytelling together, all with the help of your favorite Sesame Street stars. The doubleheader kicks off at the Burton Cummings Theatre on December 5th at 2 p.m., and the second show follows at 6. Tickets go on sale this Friday at 10 a.m. through Ticketmaster.
I wouldn't think that Oscar would be able to dance so well, given that he's in that trash can, but he seemed to be moving pretty well.
He's got the moves, Oscar.
Looks like some Friends memorabilia and other valuables from the estate of Matthew Perry will be going up for auction.
That's right. It includes multiple scripts from the hit show, including ones from the first and last episode signed by the cast. Other items include a photo album titled The One with the Last Supper, a 1995 Screen Actors Guild Award, and pieces of art by anonymous street artist Banksy. The sale by Heritage Auctions gets underway June 5th. It will benefit the Matthew Perry Foundation, which works to destigmatize addiction and aid in recovery from substance abuse.
Well, some sad news for fans of Dolly Parton. It looks like her Vegas residency has been canceled.
Right. The reason is because of ongoing health concerns.
Some of the meds and treatments make me a little bit swimmy-headed, as my grandma used to say.
She went on to say her immune system and digestive system have gotten out of whack over the past couple of years. The 80-year-old singer said she's improving every day, but needs more time to recover and is not well enough to perform on stage. Parton was slated to perform in Vegas in September.
She is an international treasure. I hope that she will recover and come on the other side.
What an icon.
Amazing. Well, speaking of star power, we've got a big movie on the way.
Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey has some big names to boot.
Tell me what you remember.
Well, life. The sun. And then what? We won the war.
Okay, now get this, John. The film stars Matt Damon, Anne Hathaway, Tom Holland, Charlize Theron, Robert Pattinson, and Zendaya, just to name a few. This is the first official trailer for the movie, which we first got a teaser for about a year ago. It's an epic action fantasy film adaptation of Homer's ancient Greek poem, and it's set to release in theaters July 17th.
That looks awesome.
It does.
I really want to see it.
Yeah.
All right, some iconic jackets have now sold, and for a pretty penny.
The black leather jacket worn by George Michael in his 1987 Faith music video and during his 1988 tour sold for more than $325,000 Canadian. It was sold in the same lot as this jacket worn by Michael Jackson and this autographed Ed Sheeran jacket worn in the Shape of You music video. That one sold for $122,000 Canadian.
A bargain.
Yes, what a steal.
Some happy news for a celebrity power couple.
Cameron Diaz and her husband Benji Madden are celebrating the birth of their third child. Madden made this post on social media writing, quote, "Welcome to the world, son. Cameron and I are happy, excited, and feeling so blessed to announce the birth of our third child, Nautis Madden." Diaz and Madden were married in 2015 and announced the birth of their first child in 2020 and their second in 2024.
This is another one that I'm really excited about. We're getting our first look at the Anthony Bourdain biopic.
Yeah, it looks fascinating. It's called Tony.
Yes, not a writer. I work in the kitchen.
Sorry, what is your name?
Anthony Bourdain.
It's directed by Matt Johnson, who also directed Blackberry and Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. It focuses on the summer of 1975 when Bourdain was just 19 years old and living in Provincetown, Massachusetts. You may know a little bit about this period of his life yourself if you've read his book Kitchen Confidential. Tony is in theaters this August.
Thanks, Colleen.
You're welcome. Your primetime lineup Wednesday night starts at 7 with the final night of auditions on MasterChef, and the floor comes next at 8. It's all right here tonight on CTV.
CTV Primetime Lineup brought to you by the Parkway Retirement Community. Welcome home.
Well, from snow this morning to sunshine this afternoon. I'll show you which one is on the way tomorrow. But for now, we take a live look at McPhillip Street. Traffic moving well there. Right now in the city, it's windy and 7 degrees.
Women's clothing provided by R.W. & Company. Salon services provided by S&Teak Spa Salon.
The sun is bringing out more than just people to a beach in BC. Orcas were spotted exploring the waters around Vancouver Harbor, and they kind of put on a show at New Brighton Park. They could also be seen traveling near the Lions Gate Bridge neatly in a row this past weekend. There was also another group spotted making a splash in English Bay. It's not clear yet if it was the same pod in all of these videos.
CTV Skywatch weather brought to you by South Beach Casino and Resort. Visit southbeachcasino.ca.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, we had snow in the morning. The sun is shining now here in Winnipeg, and it's been clearer longer out to the west under the influence of a ridge of high pressure that is spilling eastward into Manitoba. And as it does, it's turning off the tap for that snow. Thankfully, I think we've had enough of that for now. Thank you very much. We've got the clouds that are starting to clear out as well as that ridge pushes them out of the way. So as we go throughout the next few hours, clearer conditions. If you are east, though, into northwestern Ontario, you may be in for another evening of showers or flurries. Cloudy there. The night ahead will be a little cool, but I want to take a quick look at the current temperatures. Not where they ought to be by any stretch for this time of year, but here we are, 6-7 degrees here in the southeast, 7 in Winnipeg, just 0 right now in Kenora. Out the other way, we warm up to 9 degrees. Brandon, Melita, 9 there, 8 in Dauphin and Swan River. In the north, a little cooler, 1 degree in Churchill over into Lynn Lake, and then we drop below freezing when we head the other direction into the northeast, -4 right now in Churchill, where that area will see some intermittent light snow, but really over the next few days, across northern Manitoba, on again, off again light snow, in part courtesy of this low you can see out over Hudson Bay. Well, that will be on the move, and that will eventually ring out. But until then, we'll get that on again, off again snow. On again, off again is what I'm trying to say. Significant amounts not expected, but if you are closer to the Saskatchewan border, as you already well know, Lynn Lake, Flin Flon, the Paw, it's been clearer. It's sunnier today, clearer tonight. We will clear out across the south. In southern Manitoba overnight, it will take a little longer for northwest Western Ontario to get there, with that precipitation falling throughout the evening hours and potentially into the overnight. We get into Thursday, bright and sunny across most of the province, the exception being up in the northeast there. Daytime highs tomorrow for the most part across the south in the vicinity of 10 to 12 degrees. Areas to the east of Winnipeg, though, you may still be hung up in those single digits, around 8 degrees or so in those areas further off to the east. In the north, a little bit cooler, pretty much improving, put it this way. Not where we ought to be for this time of year, but a bit of a warm up. So we get overnight and into Friday we go. Cloudy, a bit of cloud to start off the day here, potentially here in the southeast, but not much to it. But we will see some sunshine certainly on Friday, as will the west, central regions up into the north again. There you see the intermittent snow resuming, particularly for central and areas along that northeastern coastline. Tonight for Winnipeg, we drop down to -3, partly cloudy, winds until about mid-evening out of the northwest at 20, and then they lighten up for the rest of the night. Up to 12 tomorrow. We will take it. The normal high is 17. It doesn't matter. We get the sunshine. We get double digits back. We'll take it. Winds out of the northwest at 20. Well, it does matter, I know, for some, but you know what? I think over the last few days, 12 in the sun sounds pretty good. How does 15 sound under a mix of sun and cloud? Really, throughout the long-range period, most days generally we should see a mix of sun and cloud. Saturday, 10 degrees, 12 for Mother's Day on Sunday, and then we take off again on Monday and Tuesday with highs right around where they ought to be for this time of year, around 17, 18 degrees, and those overnight lows get warmer as well. Our first weather photo is from Lance out at Great Falls, Manitoba. That's a look at the Great Falls generating station there. And this next photo is from Heather. This dynamic duo is Deuce and Uno. They're a little sick of this weather, and I'm sure they will welcome that warm up tomorrow as well here in Winnipeg. Send us your weather photos by email to winnipegweather@ctv.ca.
We're getting a look at an annual rocket competition that got underway in Thailand over the weekend. The competition celebrates a tradition of the local community that sees rockets traveling horizontally to hit a target and send it tumbling to the ground. The top prize is $916 US. They look like they're standing awfully close to each other when they're setting off those rockets. They must not have a lot of personal injury lawyers in that community, because that looks incredibly dangerous to me.
What an opportunity.
But a lot of fun, though. So, you know, you take the good with the bad.
16 bucks?
Yeah.
That's oddly specific.
Well, that's how much it costs to replace a finger.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, there you go.
We'll see you again at 6 o'clock.
Okay, great.